welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer and I am a licensed realtor at Sabre Realty. Today we'll be talking about the pros and cons of pre-sale developments. Okay, so to start off, let me explain quickly what a pre-sale development is. So these are homes that are not finished building and are still in the construction process. So the developer is trying to sell the homes before they are complete so that once they are finished building, it can be inhabited right away. They typically market these homes by showing prospective buyers renderings of the building, floor plans, and a lot of them usually have show homes as well. And with a show home, because you can walk through it, you can get a pretty good feel of what the finished product will be like, even if it's not the exact floor plan that you're looking at. But this is also very important because sometimes it's really hard to buy a property just by looking at pictures. So, what are some pros of buying a pre-sale? First of all, it really is a brand spanking new home, and who doesn't like new things? Developers also usually offer a light or dark color scheme for you to choose from, so you feel like you have a bit more customization to your purchase. Something else that a new home would come with is something called the 2-5-10 warranty. So for the first 2 years, it'll be covered for its materials and labor, although some limitations do apply. 5 years for the building envelope, and 10 years for the building structure. So this gives you a little bit of peace of mind when you're buying something that's brand new. So strata fees might seem lower in new development homes, and while this might be attractive, just be aware that they are still just estimates from the developer. A good rule of thumb is that the more amenities that are offered, that there is potentially more maintenance and repair costs down the road. So before buying something like this, like, know thyself. If you haven't swam in 20 years, do you think having a swimming pool would really be a pro or a con to you? Something to note though is that there are no restrictions in new developments because there is no strata council that has formed yet. Because the strata council is formed by the owners of the strata lots. So because they haven't sold all their strata lots, there can't be a council. So this means that the restrictions you see in other buildings, such as pet restrictions, rental restrictions, age restrictions, any kind of restriction, they don't apply in any new developments yet. All right, so pre-sale developments have their own completion dates. They can range from either being completed at the end of the year or maybe even 5 years down the road. So this is something you want to be mindful of before choosing the pre-sale to purchase. A pro in this case would be that you can get into the real estate market while locking in the prices and using the amount of time before it completes to save up for the down payment or your mortgage payments or just saving up in general. So pre-sale developments have a flexibility in a way where you may be able to assign your agreement to someone else. So what that means is that before the property completes and the situation doesn't work for you anymore, you can assign your agreement to someone else where they take over your property. So be careful here though, and you and your realtor must do some due diligence because not all assignments are created equal in the property disclosure statement. So developers have their own kind of clauses usually. A common one that I have seen is that if you make a profit on your assignment, then the developer wants a percentage of that, or the developer has to sell all of their units before you are allowed to assign yours to someone else. So again, just read all the clauses of the whole property disclosure statement if you can. It's part of your purchase. All right, so a final pro that I have for you guys is that property transfer tax is not applicable to new homes that are $750,000 and under. They are also partially exempt from property transfer tax if they are $800,000 and under. But however, new homes are subject to 5% GST. So this is a perfect segue to the cons of buying a pre-sale development. Okay, so the 5% GST is payable upon completion. Sometimes the GST is included in the purchase price and sometimes it isn't. So best clarify it with the developer before you sign that contract. There are possible exemptions to the 5% GST. I'm going to give you one, and I'm going to go slow here. So the highest exemption of the GST is 36% of that 5% if the home is $350,000 or less and is going to be your primary residence. I'm not going to get into the GST thing any further because I think it'll be too long. There's a lot of little things, but I will post some links down below for you to explore. Okay, so back to low strata fees. So again, the projected strata fees are estimates, and it could be a con if the developer is too conservative with the estimations. There's also no existing contingency fund for new developments because no one's paid into the strata fees yet. So it is expected that new homes shouldn't really come with any problems though in the first couple of years because everything is new, but it's just something to be mindful of. So I might have mentioned this earlier, but again, another con is that you can't really see what you're buying into before committing to the home. So visiting the show home will help this issue. And if you are an investor who is looking to rent it out, then this would apply less to you. If you're on a bit of a set timeline, be aware that extensions can occur for pre-sale developments. So something that was scheduled to complete in 2021 can always get pushed to 2022. And other than completion times, other changes in general can occur. The developer could change the amenity building, they can change some floor plans, change colors, change materials. You get the idea. So while we may not be able to do too much for minor changes, major changes can sometimes allow you to back out of a deal because after all, it wasn't really what you signed up for if the changes are drastic. Of course, this all really still depends on what the changes are and the terms that were written in the contract. So you'll probably need to talk to a lawyer if you are considering any of this. So there you have it, some pros and cons of buying into a pre-sale development. So everyone's situation is different, and for some people, it will make a lot of sense to buy into a pre-sale development, while for others, it makes more sense to buy some existing properties. So real estate is very personal and it varies from everyone's priorities and situations. I just hope that I put some insight into your home buying process, especially regarding pre-sales. And if you have any questions at all, please never hesitate to reach out to me. I am a practicing real estate agent after all. So as for all of the YouTube good stuff, please subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell for new videos. And thank you for watching.